Do you want to improve your credit score to 700 in just 100 days? Welcome to the journey of financial empowerment. Today, we're diving into the game of credit scores, a 3-digit number that can make or break your financial well-being. It's a key that can unlock a world of opportunities, from getting that dream house to securing a business loan. But how do you get there? How do you achieve that coveted 700 score? Stay tuned as we discuss 10 actionable tips to help you achieve a 700 credit score in 100 days. A good credit score isn't just a number. It's a gateway to better financial opportunities. It's the key that unlocks doors to advantageous interest rates, loan approvals, and even job applications. It's like a financial report card, reflecting how responsibly you handle your money. Imagine walking into a bank, applying for a loan, and getting approved on the spot. Or imagine not having to sweat over high interest rates because your credit score has earned you a lower rate. This isn't a fantasy, but a reality for those with good credit scores. Credit scores are also used by landlords when deciding who to rent to, and by employers when choosing between job applicants. A good credit score can mean the difference between landing your dream job or apartment and missing out. But remember, a credit score isn't static. It changes as your financial behavior changes. This means you have the power to improve it. Now that we know why a good credit score matters, let's dive into how to improve it. Tip 1. Regularly check your credit reports. Why? Because errors and discrepancies can crop up without you even knowing it, and these inaccuracies can put a dent in your credit score. Misreported late payments, identity theft, or even simple clerical errors can lead to significant drops in your credit score. By regularly checking your credit reports, you can catch these issues early and dispute them, ensuring your credit score accurately reflects your credit behavior. Wondering where to get these reports? Well, you're entitled to one free credit report from each of the 3 major credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, every year. You can obtain these through the official website, annualcreditreport.com.so. Make it a habit to review your credit reports. Look for any inaccuracies, and if you spot any, take immediate action to rectify them. Remember, the first step to improving your credit score is knowing where you stand. Tip 2. Always pay your bills on time. Now, this might seem like common sense, but it's easy to underestimate just how impactful late payments can be. Even one late payment can cause a significant drop in your credit score. This is because payment history is a major factor that credit bureaus consider when calculating your score. So how can you ensure your bills are always paid on time? One effective strategy is to set up automatic payments. This means your bank automatically sends payments for your bills on a specified date each month. It's a simple and efficient way to avoid late payments and their negative effects on your credit score. But what if you're unable to set up automatic payments? Well, you can also set reminders for yourself. There are numerous apps out there that can help you with this. Just make sure to set the reminder a few days before the due date to give yourself ample time to make the payment. And remember, paying your bills on time extends beyond just credit card bills. This applies to all your obligations, including rent, utilities, and even student loans. Every bill you pay on time is a step towards boosting your credit score. Punctuality pays off, especially when it comes to your bills. Tip 3. Lower your credit utilization rate. But what does this mean? Well, your credit utilization rate is the percentage of your available credit that you're currently using. So, if you have a credit limit of $1,000 and you've used $500, your credit utilization rate is 50%. Now, why does this matter? It's simple. A high credit utilization rate can negatively impact your credit score. It suggests to lenders that you may be over-reliant on credit, which can be a red flag. So how can you lower this rate? One effective strategy is paying off your credit balances in full each month. This not only reduces your credit utilization rate, but also saves you from paying interest. Another tip is to maintain a balance that's below 30% of your credit limit. This shows lenders that you're using your credit responsibly, which can positively influence your credit score. Remember, a low credit utilization rate reflects positively on your credit profile and can significantly help boost your credit score. So, keep your credit utilization low to keep your credit score high. Tip 4. Don't close old credit cards. Now, you might be wondering, why hold on to a credit card that you're not using anymore? The reason is simple. It's all about your credit history. Your credit history, or the length of time you've had credit accounts open, is a significant factor in calculating your credit score. When you close an old credit card, you're essentially shortening your credit history, which could lead to a dip in your credit score. It might seem counterintuitive, But keeping those old cards open, even if they're collecting dust in your drawer, is a smart move. It allows your credit history to continue growing, demonstrating to lenders that you have a long track record of managing credit. So resist the urge to close those old accounts. Let your old cards age gracefully. It'll benefit your credit score. Tip 5. Limit new credit inquiries. Now this might seem counterintuitive, but hear me out. Every time you apply for a new line of credit, the lender performs a hard inquiry on your credit report. This is to assess your credit worthiness. However, these inquiries can negatively impact your credit score, especially if there are too many in a short period. It's like a red flag to lenders that you might be in financial trouble and are seeking credit to stay afloat. So, while it's tempting to apply for that shiny new credit card with fantastic rewards, think twice. It's essential to apply for new credit only when it's necessary and you're confident about your repayment abilities. And remember, not all inquiries are the same. A soft inquiry, such as when you check your own credit score, does not affect your credit score. So, don't hold back from keeping tabs on your credit health. Remember, every time you apply for credit, it leaves a mark. Make sure it's worth it. Moving on to tip 6. Diversify your credit mix. What does this mean? Well, credit mix refers to the different types of credit you have. These can include credit cards, retail accounts, installment loans, finance company accounts, and even mortgage loans. The wider this mix, the better it is for your credit score. Why, you may ask? Lenders like to see that you're capable of handling a variety of credit types. It shows them you're financially responsible and can manage different types of debt. But remember, it's not about opening accounts for the sake of it. Each of these should serve a purpose and be something you intend to use responsibly. So, diversify your credit mix. It's a small change that can make a big difference to your credit score. Just ensure you're managing them effectively to avoid slipping into unnecessary debt. Remember, the goal is to improve your credit score, not put it at risk. Tip 7. Understanding how to dispute credit report errors. Having understood all these tips, you might wonder, what do I do if I find an error on my credit report? No worries, we've got you covered. Disputing errors on your credit report is another essential step in your journey towards a 700 credit score. If you find any discrepancies or errors on your credit report, dispute them immediately. These errors can significantly impact your credit score. You have the right to dispute any information on your credit report that you believe is incorrect. The credit reporting agency must investigate and respond to your dispute within 30 days. They are obliged by law to correct inaccurate or incomplete information. To dispute an error, you should send a letter to the credit reporting agency, clearly identifying each disputed item in your report. Explain why you dispute the information and request that it be removed or corrected. To support your dispute, you may also send copies of documents that prove your claim. Remember, don't send the originals, always send copies. After the investigation, if the dispute results in a change, the credit reporting agency will provide you with a free copy of your credit report and a written notice of the change. By actively monitoring your credit report and promptly disputing any errors, you can protect your credit score and ensure it accurately reflects your credit history. Moving on to tip number 8, let's discuss how to build credit from scratch or rebuild damaged credit. Are you new to the world of credit, or have you been through a rocky financial period that has damaged your credit score? Don't worry, there are tools designed specifically to help you establish or rebuild your credit history. Two such tools are credit builder loans and secured credit cards. A credit builder loan is a unique type of loan where the money you borrow is held by the lender in a bank account while you make payments. The lender reports your payment history to the credit bureaus, which helps you build a credit history. On the other hand, a secured credit card requires a cash collateral deposit that becomes the credit line for that account. This means if you put $500 in the account, you can charge up to $500. You can't touch that money while it's acting as collateral, but the card issuer will report your payment history to the credit bureaus, helping you build your credit score. These tools are not quick fixes. They require commitment and discipline, but with regular on-time payments, you'll begin to see your credit score rise. Remember, the journey to a 700 credit score is a marathon, not a sprint. In tip number 9, we're going to talk about an often overlooked but crucial aspect of improving your credit score: patience and persistence. Remember, improving your credit score is not a sprint, it's a marathon. It's not about quick fixes or overnight miracles. It's about developing and maintaining good credit habits over time. This includes consistently paying your bills on time, maintaining a low credit utilization rate, and avoiding unnecessary credit inquiries. It's about understanding that each step, each action you take, no matter how small, contributes to the larger goal. It's about not getting disheartened by setbacks, but instead learning from them and moving forward. It's about celebrating small victories, like paying off a debt or seeing a small but significant rise in your credit score. Over time, these good habits and this patient persistence will pay off. You'll start to see your credit score rise, and you'll realize that every effort you've made, every sacrifice, every moment of patience was worth it. Remember, your credit score is a reflection of your financial health. And just like physical health, it takes time, discipline, and consistent effort to maintain. But the reward, financial freedom and stability, is worth every bit of the effort. So keep pushing, stay patient, and stay persistent. Your 700 credit score is closer than you think. In our final tip, we're going to discuss an option you should consider if you feel overwhelmed by your credit situation: seeking professional help. It's okay to admit that you need assistance, especially when it comes to something as important and complex as your credit score. There are numerous credit counseling agencies out there, many of which are nonprofit organizations, that can provide valuable advice on managing your money and debts. They can help you develop a budget that aligns with your income and expenses, and offer free educational materials and workshops to increase your financial literacy. The counselors in these agencies are certified and trained in consumer credit, money, and debt management, and budgeting. They can provide you with the guidance and support you need to navigate your credit journey. Remember, seeking help is not a sign of weakness, but rather a smart and proactive step towards improving your financial health. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, don't hesitate to reach out to a credit counseling agency. Check the links in the description of this video. It could be the helping hand you need to achieve that 700 credit score. Now that we've gone through the 10 actionable tips, you're equipped to start improving your credit score. Let's do a quick recap. We've covered how to check your credit reports for discrepancies, the importance of paying your bills on time, and how lowering your credit utilization rate can significantly boost your score. We've also discussed the benefits of keeping old credit cards open to maintain a long credit history, and the need to limit new credit inquiries to avoid potential harm to your score. In the latter part, we walked through the remaining 5 tips, which included diversifying your credit mix, disputing any inaccuracies on your report, becoming an authorized user on someone else's account, paying off debt, and finally, monitoring your credit regularly. Each of these steps, when put into practice, will help guide you towards that golden 700 credit score. Remember, a good credit score isn't just a number, it's an asset. It can open doors to better loan and credit card rates, more favorable rental terms, and even better job opportunities. So don't delay. Start implementing these tips today. The journey may seem long, but every step you take brings you closer to that financial freedom you desire. Start your journey to a 700 credit score today. Remember, a good credit score is the key to a financially healthy life. Thanks for watching the whole way through. It means a lot to us. If you have got questions or comments, please leave them in the comments section and also like this video. This helps let YouTube know that people are interested in this video, and they will show it to more people. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can see more videos on ways to improve your credit.